walked on stage. Feces also came out of his mouth. Afterward, he even took the trouble to wipe the corners of his mouth clean. The reporter standing beside him, upon seeing this, also spat out a pile of feces. The outside world was no different. Even the content in advertisements had turned into feces. All entertainment programs were banned, and instead, every screen showed images of people spitting feces from their mouths. They took pride in this and even started teaching others how to spit out feces to fit in with everyone else. People began to follow suit. In class, children no longer studied knowledge. Instead, they held feces in their hands, waiting for the teacher to explain. Scientists were conducting research when, in the very next second, the leader standing beside them actually spat out a mouthful of feces. Priests no longer held onto their faith. Instead, they taught everyone how to spit out feces in a standardized way. Everyone seemed to be inspired by this and immediately spat feces everywhere. The way to elect a president was also bizarre. It actually depended on who could spit out the most feces. This candidate won because the feces he spat out covered everyone present. In just a few days, the streets were filled with feces. Some people tried to stop those who were spitting feces randomly, but they ended up being attacked. Unable to fight back, they had no choice but to join in. Everyone thought that being able to spit feces was a fashion trend. To keep up with this trend in technology, even the shells fired by tanks were made of feces. Seeing everyone acting like this, the elderly person in front of the TV immediately stood up and then he also spat feces out of his mouth.
And I guess it's up to me.
Soon, panic spread, and everyone thought it was a witch's curse, so they prepared to execute the witch. Lisa stopped them and explained the reason for the blindness. It turned out that Homer and the others were drinking at the brewery when suddenly the sirens went off. Thinking they were coming to arrest them, they poured all their homemade wine into the river, which indirectly caused all animals to go blind. The homemade wine flowed through the river into the reservoir, so everyone who drank the tap water lost their sight. Lisa asked Homer to do a test. Homer took a sip of the water and tasted it. It's the taste of hillbilly moonshine. The people left in disappointment. A few days earlier, Lisa was playing hide and seek with her friends. She hid in a tree hole, but after waiting for a long time with no one coming to look for her, she went home alone. Suddenly, she heard some voices. Lisa ran over to check and found two witches performing a mystical ritual. Lisa was about to leave when she ran into them and had to beg for their forgiveness, but they said they were only Wiccan believers. Lisa immediately felt relieved. Suddenly, they said the curse would still take effect. Lisa said she hoped it would save her from doing tomorrow's homework. The next day, Lisa was busy rushing to finish her art homework when the substitute teacher walked into the classroom and announced that the art teacher was sick. Lisa immediately thought the Wiccans had cast a curse on the teacher. When she got home, she immediately looked up information about Wiccans, then put on a black robe and played divination with her cat. Flanders saw what she was doing and called the police right away. Meanwhile, Homer was attending a wine tasting as a master sommelier when suddenly the sirens blared. The workshop owners hurriedly poured all their homemade wine into the river. Lisa thought Bart had given her a prank toy. It wasn't until she opened the box that she found a car matching Stacy's doll inside.
An actual present. That's right, Maggie. It's a car.
But at that moment, Lisa had no idea that danger was approaching. While Lisa was fast asleep, Optimus Prime took the opportunity to appear again. He released the active energy from his chest, turning all the surrounding electronic devices into robots. Before anyone knew it, the Transformers had secretly taken control of the Simpson family.
What?
Homer felt that the household appliances around him were acting strangely.
Well, the toaster's never lied to me before.
After eating and drinking his fill, Homer wanted to drive to work, but as soon as he got in the car, it suddenly transformed, trapping Homer near the exhaust pipe. The car at neighbor Flanders' house also completed its transformation and came over to the Autobot at Homer's house. These two Autobots made Springfield their battlefield and resumed their unfinished battle. At the same time, countless Transformers appeared in the town. Robots from different factions engaged in a melee. The sausage toaster and food processor in the convenience store attacked each other. The ATMs on the street kept spitting out banknotes. Even the airport in the suburbs was affected. These Autobots seemed to regard Earth as the battlefield for their duels. At the critical moment, Optimus Prime, who had been missing for a long time, finally appeared. Just as he was about to engage in the final battle with Devastator, Marge suddenly showed up and stopped them. She didn't understand why the Autobots had to destroy human towns, nor why these two Autobots were so hostile to each other. But the cause of the war was so long ago that both of them had forgotten why they were fighting, so they ended the battle. But...
Okay, who's the idiot who taught them what foosball was?
I thought they might enjoy it.